Now working? Okay. Yeah, that kasandi ribalwetsingi, salji riba shibetsingi, lode riba shibasum tunji se deporto degajarwa. Ta saljin riba shibetsingi lagdo. Ta tegi ngone shibe saljin riba sede saljin sedegala singi ge zurtegi shibe ranjin de shigora. Ranjin de petega zangmares, salfores. ranjindiga rikpasri yuldi ko shebade yuljindi yulgi jawa riyade dikkaji shegware jaza di kwayabu chabayina zoche nyamnenjude shiri shenchade dikani lebguyosare dippe misive kwa yabu jabwada de tola samlo nempotangwada pe misive kechembodi de nenga chembuyosare esi luri shenchea, luri kaka, lodari basadi, iwachede.
So, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Okay. So, so the last interview, we cover something just like we over here. We have just like the definition of knower, the definition of awareness is knower, and the definition of consciousness is that which is clear and knowing. And also we did about the awareness, knower, and consciousness. Those two are how to say mutual inclusive or synonym or however equivalent to each other. So as we go through the definition of consciousness is that that which is clear and knowing. So over here, what's meant by clear? Clear over here showing the nature of the consciousness. What is the nature of consciousness? Consciousness nature is like clear, and knowing it's talking about the actions. What he is know the object of the any kind of object he see. You understand whatever like that. So if you clearly understand this kind of just like definition of what consciousness, clear and knowing and so on. So through that way you can understand in the Dzogchen practitioner they divide the consciousness and knower different way. So through that way you can understand how they make the different in the Dzogchen practitioner.
Oda salwa sedigala shiberanjin di sedigala kari salgarozan nyumung badai ngaranzo nyumung dang shebra apatizu karso nyumung le yo maris kanche I tindewe shiberanjin dela nyumung le yo maris te kachete shigora male inzang ko salfore is labgore.
So what it means by clear is over here just like many of the grosser level of mind or and also the afflicted kind of mind, afflicted emotions or whatever, they are talking about they are not in the nature of the mind.
Jada shibe ranjin de la nyumu letina shibade salvucha salvazigi kwade leptuya korayo mares.
So if this what kind of afflictions or defilement, any kinds of that is in the nature of consciousness, then the consciousness cannot be clear.
Perna 추인하라 탈락 다 찰밥디가라 남간이 찰파디 사 마능 버도 추대 하장 따마차들어 살롱도 탈라던 저두고라 고녀바 차버라 마도 찰페를 하신데 추일 하신데 고 따마랑 레디어와.
So like the water, giving the water for example the rainfall. So the nature of the rain is clear. When it touched to the ground and it's become muddy or whatever, till that the level of the water itself is clear.
제사 룽겐 추데 녀바 이미 유쟁기 취랑신데 녀바르들 라투야요 말와스.
So in the ground level we see the water in muddy. We cannot say the nature of the water is muddy, right? So like that.
어따 때가 나진기 나란소 셰바락바데 뉴몽바 데디요레 뉴몽바다 데와요레 디차니 나주 뉴몽벨레디요레 디말루부르 tum디요레 디차니 셰바란신데 뉴몽바 주요르즈 라베이나 노르레스.
So because of that through this example and so on, just like we in our we have kind of affliction or defilement, any kinds of anger or whatever. So we cannot say that mind itself is nature in this kind of, and because of the clear mind, so we can understand everything and so on. So we cannot say that there are the defilements or the afflicted emotion. We cannot say they are in the nature of the mind.
두 시인디가라 따티 바게 제마 신리기 데나라 이니 맞어 닝잠 자르상당 셰바 왕보다 태양도 라론로야당 이니 셰바 이니 베 왕보다 텐두디가라 지잠 이니 베 치시 참모데 간디징 띵올라 뉴문바 레기메와당 이 셰바 가서 찬루디가라 뉴문베 셰뱅올런로야 메와다 대속강 같은 데 살부터는 거래스.
So in the future plans of the course of collection of Buddhist science, the text we are going to do in a few. So in this text they talk about the how the formations of baby in the mother womb. So during that time, how the consciousness enter into the mother womb, and how it become a grosser levels if connect with the sense sphere and so on. So we and also just on the in the text they clarify about the just like how much the mind is become so subtle, then it's more clear and is not in the nature of affliction, emotion, and so on.
겨르무시 숭도 으스러와 셰바 지잠 찬로디가라 뉴몽바데 셰뱅올론 루투고 말레스 셰바 타밍올라.
So also Dalai also talk about just like whenever the consciousness become a subtle level, then the nature any kind of afflictions or defilement never comes then in the nature of the consciousness. It never the consciousness itself never difficult to become afflicted.
아니 다 로튼튼 셰바튼튼 잠바 니제 장주기 샘싱인데도 셰바튼튼이래요. 디 샘코나 셰뱅 잠뱅올레 헤트부레 샘코나 니징올레 헤트부레 샘코나 장주기 샘올레 헤트부아레스. 디인디가 딘디기 로튼튼데도 샘기 연된레즈 랍고아레스.
So kind of we said the right consciousness or kind of mind conscious mind like compassions, loving and so on. They are the we are not called the right consciousness or whatever. So they can become a nature in the mind. Even if you go to the subtle level, they can be a compassion, love and so on.
제자 샘기 연댕연장 그 탐에도 필기어래 아주 곰나 아니 디 랑의 샘데 니징올에 헤투야지여 인상 디 냠니 제거래 디에네 장바 제거래 유전 디 코게 투야지 용의 인상 유전양다 연자 디 랍거래 냠니 제거래 때마다 랍고예요 말했어.
So so kind of like compassion, love and so on. So they are kind of quality of the mind. So just like they are called the right mind. So even if you practice the mind itself, the subtle level of mind, it can itself become a compassion in a clear mind. So that's why we are in the text we are talking about just like to be practice compassion and so on, meditate on compassion and so on, because of its ability to the mind itself can become a compassion.
거기 러빈 철학의 남델 나라 디소페 미스베 살포지 두고 아래 디 인디가라 다 오니 가서 셈 뇨모초데 셈기 껴인 바당 껴인데 빼나 미 껴진 미에니 작바 구마 미 딘리기 껴진데 다 자스탄 폴리스노라 수수라만 저투고 말아 미 셈부지 티나마도 와다 때나지 뇨모친기 셈데 셈처명올라 유니케 두고 말이스 와다 나란주 미 껴메게 미 에네페 포바였네게 같이 셰알 포바였는데 트럼프탄샤지 코 자스 문들란도나 디고라스 수이 들란도나 소소 포바여와 로두고와 때나진기 장주기 셈라 소바에니 베 로튼tun데게 셈 코나 띵올레 깨투야요 레세 시고레스 딘디고라 케버테요 레스
So, in the text of Paramana Vartika by the Dharmakirti, so in the text they describe about this as like kind of the mind kind of afflicted emotions or the defilement. No, Paramana Vartika. So in the they talk about just like kind of afflicted emotions or the defilement, any kind of anger, whatever. They cannot become a nature in the mind itself. The subtle level, and when the mind become a subtle, so it cannot be the nature of the mind. So just like they cannot become a subtle level of mind. So just like when anyone who create any person who did a wrong or out of law, if someone is did wrong out of the law in the country, just like he creates some, how to say, killing or whatever, so they are difficult to go toward the judge and police to say to fight the court in a case in a court, because they are very they actually did the action itself. So like that, so this kind of afflicted emotion, they are very difficult to become a nature of the subtle level of mind, and kind of mind like compassion or whatever, they are ability to, and they can be just like if someone didn't create any bad did any bad actions for harming others like killing or whatever, then this person can go to the judge or police to fight the case whatever directly like that. So the love and the mind like love and compassion, they are called the right consciousness. They can become a nature of the subtle level of mind.
와다 두스레 다데 인도가라 와 살징 리바 시리 싱니마도 요마도 과첨부도 와스 유제만부 대양도 와스 살징 시바란 시뱅오데 라진 따마임바데 깨지시고 오레스.
So when you go through the meaning of the words clear and knowing, actually it's self is only two words, but if you go for the detailed meaning, then you will have lots of meaning. So over here means clear, or means for how to say Dhamma. So the nature of talking about the nature of the mind itself is clear, not mixed with the affliction and so on.
Could we say that clear could also mean you could translate that to be invisible?
Visible?
Visible?
No. Visible? What visible? Huh?
Invisible, you can't see it.
Sheba? No, we cannot.
No?
Clear doesn't. What do you say?
Oh yeah, 다디 요래 용그레스 되게디.
So the consciousness itself don't have color and so on, right? So
They
it's
do.
come down.
주제마다 요 말레스.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can say that not.
링
Yeah. Yes.
사투도 디가라 다 가서 셈데 뉴몽바든 데송바다 셈데 디마 루부르 tum바데 nda버레스 루부르 아세디가라 고 란진 마주 바임바 란진 메 코페 가가전에 지 초에 인긴지라 루브로 왔어요. 루브로 꼬아 니요래. 루브로 디
So-
단다 루브로 왔어야 돼.
That's
그
the glass.
수수전에 지 초조 연근지라 루브로 왔을 거라.
So the kind of you are talking just like the actually you talk about the mind itself in the nature, whatever the subtle level or the grosser level. The mind itself is clear and knowing. Mind, the nature of mind itself is clear. So just like when we have affliction and so on, right, anger and so on. So it was become how to say?
temporarily
Yeah, temporary conditions for the mind. It's not in the total nature.
negative emotion.
Yeah, kind of they are temporary conditions or whatever. So just like when give you example of water dropping, right, when they drop into the soil, then it become muddy. So it's talking about the when it water mix with the mud, then it become muddy, right? So muddy is the temporary cause for become mud water. So like that, it's not in the total nature of the
If you take that muddy water and let it sit,
yeah. Yes, right.
it'll settle out and the clear water will be there.
Yeah. So like if you remove your affliction, then the mind will become clear.
So then we're talking about the mind's ability to illuminate something rather than the mind itself being invisible.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's illuminating ability.
So over here you can clear over here means for just like talking about the mind itself, not about the object. You can sometimes you can go through the object, seeing object by clear and so on. But over here talking about the nature itself. So if you talk about the luminous and so on, it's talking about the object, not about the nature of the mind.
단다 디마데 가르사 뉴모바데 셈당 지루인 비차니 로와 루브루아데 리제야데 지루인 비차니 루브루아데 라 고고고아레스 그 톱데gel레나 루브루아 렙송 라그로와 레베아데 톱데gel레나 루브루아 렙송 라그로와
So this kind of mind like anger, affliction, emotion like anger, whatever kind of anger, desire, whatever this kind of. So they are called temporary or the suddenly condition for become a mind like that. So when
루브루야
so this is we call it temporary or suddenly because they are ability to remove from the nature of the mind. So just like if people didn't inform you and he come directly to your home, you feel he comes suddenly, right, like that. So we say that they are ability to remove from the nature of the mind.
Can I ask a follow-up question? You said that the afflictions cannot become the subtle nature of the mind,
Yeah,
but love and compassion can.
yeah.
Can you clarify what that means?
경기 단다 자주 쌤도 쌤 타용어로 해라. 어디-
셈 코랑 전주 셈 걸로 깨두고 가라
어디 go to 시간. So over here means that the subtle level of mind itself become a compassion. So when I will tell you one thing. When we have meditation, right? Meditation, objective and subjective meditation. So kind of subjective meditation are like compassion and so on. This means the mind itself become a compassion. So objective, we are focusing on an object and meditating. So like emptiness. So we cannot say the mind itself become emptiness. Mind itself is emptiness from the beginning. But we cannot say the mind itself becoming emptiness. But when you are practicing compassion, so we can say the mind becoming compassion, right? So
제가 데레 하고 됐어 합기 차데 까레지나 홈 갭디 갈라와 당보 미남 장제 니 랑 셈데 에 잠지 몰라야 에 깨투버지 고고 와레스
So most of the method, practice of method like compassion, love, and so on. So at the beginning we have to focus on the some kind of object. So just like all sentient being be free from suffering and so on. We think like that. Then later it become when you practice. So mind itself become a compassion.
홈 갤라 만다 니다 지단을 두야래 니데 빼미스게 전부 차대요래 공단하면 지송어래 동다다면 지상 율도 곰스 동다음에 곰디가나 율대 율전진이 아니 동 미다바니 베 지상 율두체네니 곰 고고아레스 동다 다음에 곰도 동이 곰들가라 지상 율두체는 곰 거레스 셰럽기 차대수 간가 잠소 뭐 잠는 이제 뭐 때네 곰슬라래 잠바는 이제 뜻수 베 미남 장제니 랑크 셈디 이제 몰소와 잠베 몰소와 자주기 셈 용올라 조주네니 곰 고고아레스 순고아레.
So in a as I told you before, in Konda they may talk about just like selflessness and the emptiness. Just like they are, you have to meditate in the form of object. So kind of like most of wisdom part. So in and other just like kind of compassion, love, and so on. You have to build your mind self into the compassion. Yeah.
So we think of negative emotions, afflictions, and then we think of positive emotions, virtues like the compassion, that, and we think of those as the same kind. They're in the same category for us. Emotion. They're both emotions. So why would one become subtle-minded and the other would not?
야. 딩이되기 라소하시 미 꾸마경인 짜바경인데 자신 들는 로투 그래서 고랑.
So he actually usually give example before. So if someone steal and kill someone, then his ability to go
자
near to the
정은
police or judge, so he can say directly, I killed crime. For them, it's difficult to go near to the judge and police.
약발로 police 야고다
They say,
가르치고
I
있어.
create a judge. I create a crime. They are difficult to say. So like that, ane.
어디 로마투 인상 police 근 주고도 왔어. 주인에니 꼴레 튀고도 왔어.
So they for them the police have to capture them. Then they have to bring to the court, right? Do you got example? So just like okay, if someone create a how to say crime, okay, yeah, someone commit a crime, so for himself it's difficult to go near to the judge and police. I say I killed that item, right? So for them the police have to capture, right? Police have to catch them, then bring to the court and so on, right? Like that talking about. So
그 견진 인상 그 줌고 와레스.
so they create crime, so they have to catch, right?
안타 미껴맹인데 저라 미껴맹지간 질라 미지 견주고이나 그 포바친 로투고라 자신들라.
So if
Zoom
some
Gumara.
if someone didn't get crime, so if someone other person criticize, he create crime. For have ability, right? He have standing, he didn't did crime, so he can directly go to the judge and so on, right?
잠바등 이지도서 포바친이 샘타면 ngolon roatama ibat sem koran 잠바등 이중을 깨두고 올라.
So kind of like mind, like compassion, love, and compassion. That they have ability to do, just like they are becoming in the nature of the subtle level of consciousness.
다 하고 선세. 세부 하고 선세.
You got something?
Could you say, I think you just said the nature of mind has these qualities of compassion.
Mm.
Contrast with afflictions, which is like a muddy mixture.
Yeah.
And so, while we think of them as both emotions, and I suppose maybe they feel like that, one just is the nature of mind, pure mind, and the other is the nature of mixed mind. Afflictions, I forgot, is more like negative.
Yeah.
The other is more the nature of
Person.
being, of mind, or subconscious.
So like I will give one. One we say just like one have a supporting logic and one doesn't have a supporting logic. This is the one thing. Just like emotional, they don't have logic to use. You have to be emotional. You have to be anger because of some reason. Those you can give reason something, but they are totally wrong reason you are using, right? Then you create anger by yourself more, but it create problem for yourself. That's one thing. And one is like compassion, love, and when seeing emptiness, they have a supporting right reason. So through that one, we can say one can ability to have become a in nature of itself, and one cannot. We are using
Chila
reasoning.
semgi kyun la gara, chila semgi yunden la gores.
So normally we say just like one is the disadvantage or the fall of consciousness. One is the advantage or the quality of the consciousness.
So, last winter, His Holiness was talking about during the process of death, the mind goes through gross to subtle to very subtle.
Yeah,
And in the subtle and very subtle, there's no negative, there's no afflictions.
yeah,
But it's also mostly neutral.
neutral.
Tantric practice, the subtle and very subtle consciousness can be raised to virtuous.
Yeah,
So then the opposite must hold when birth is happening, that as the child is forming in the womb, it's coming into gross consciousness, and with it is bringing these imprints from
Yes.
the subtle level.
that's right. That's right.
Teta karan res, wa.
Then
Ku,
this is could you share?
teta karan res.
So then, thank you.
Yeah.
So then it seems to me that the difference between the positive emotions and the negative emotions would be how much dakzin, how much ego or self
Uh-huh.
grasping there is to the emotion. If
Then-
there's less in the positive emotions of self, and in the negative emotions there's more ego.
Yeah, that's right.
Ti indu gala ta sem charun rudu ko lungma sen rugorwa. Ini ngazu nyamnen jebi topki, ini ko jambengole sem chamode jambengole keptu guare, nijingole keptu guare, chanchuki semgengole keptu guare isi guare.
So
Ti pede dusu sungare, kuntana buchiki. Chan dondo je me sana, chadam mengi ngo yarme chagirwa. Chan dondo di. Chan dondo di me ranjin chagirwa. Chan dondo di, 잠바당 니지근 오들이 kum sem대양 잠바ing 오당 니지근을 깨도 그랬을 때 빼자요.
one is like
니지 장주기 쌤.
so in example, just like Gunda they may give, just like when you have iron, what kind of iron, right?
아론 볼 아론
Iron rod or whatever. If you make it a fire, right? Iron itself become fire, so it means heat, right? It become red. So like that kind of this is example of compassion and so on. So that when you practice, right? So so the mind, the compassion itself become the nature in the mind. So like, and if you want to make a fire for iron become itself red, it become a nature of the fire, like that.
아이. 지단 깨도 그랬어. 띵인 비찬이다. 잠바당 니지도 쌤 윤된 레즈라 뭐.
So one in generally
로도비엔다.
in generally, right, so a subtle level of our consciousness is neutral, no virtue, no non-virtue. So through the practice of meditator, whatever, they can bring it to the positive or the virtuous mind. They can convert your subtle level of mind to the compassion or love and so on. So it become a virtue or positive emotions. We can also say.
Which those things can become manifested, like the rod becomes like fire.
Yeah.
It's
So
that,
if
that ability is there, but you give it the right conditions. and
Yeah.
then it manifests.
Yes.
Is the opposite true? If you meditate on hate and anger, does that become the subtle nature of your mind?
no.
간데세.
That's the part that's hard to understand for me.
So if you practice anger, right? So what happened? you yourself angry, right? So
But then when you die, if you practiced anger,
답변은 딜라버다 거기.
예.
콩도지 냠내지나
음.
쌤 차원데 콩도가 안 가지고 두고 말하노.
대교르트고 말했어. 좋아. 대교르트에나 미꾸마 장엔도 팀등기 고 가르쳐래. 나님에발 유튜브 팀톤이 문진 투브를 했어.
So just like Geshe-la giving example again. If it's like that, any crime, one who carried a crime, he through the law he can become a clear mind, clear how to say clean sheet person. We say clean sheet. I don't know how to say. When the court they give, he didn't create crime, whatever.
근데 미첼된
Just like
문진 투구리 베스.
yeah, innocent. Through the law, the court law, did in your own country law, right? Through that law, he will become innocent or not.
No, not if he committed a crime.
If he commit, we say if he commit a crime, then through the in law, he will become no innocent, like he
Innocent?
didn't crime. Just like how to say, the how to say, I'm thinking. We say clean. He didn't did crime and so on.
You mean if he went to prison, then
But in a court, right, he can sometimes they can pay whatever they can.
prove it?
Yeah, he can prove himself didn't do crime.
Right, right.
Is it possible to himself to? But he can pay, right? But he can pay, right? That's the difference. So the reason is totally wrong, right? He's paying money because of that, right? Without paying that one, he can become a. But still, in the law, he is crime, right?
Yeah, he committed a crime.
So he's still in crime. So with in the law, he will become a clean.
So basically,
No.
not unless he pays a lawyer
Oh, yeah.
money. Or
But even if you pay for law, right? He's not a clean, right?
lawyer new sharmada ti ko ngone chi chamara.
He buy a lawyer, right? Actually, he's not a this one, right?
팀등 고 장마 chamara.
no,
In-
no. It's possible because you can run for president, become president, change the laws all you want to, push
But-
someone in Supreme Court, and now all of a sudden you're innocent.
팀고 껴 차서래.
Yeah. But we are saying even if you pay whatever, if you pay money, the court we can give you. He didn't create crime. In generally, he can become a clean without paying.
Like they expunge the record, they remove the crime. But they're still guilty.
Yeah, they're still guilty, right?
Yes.
Even they pay, they're still
어디
guilty, right?
직발
Actually.
현재 인상 그 현재 인상 컨트롤러 서바 샘타면 걸로 루트부 그런 이게 두부 그런 요 말에 현재 인상
So, Kesha talking because of that they are disadvantaged or fall, so they cannot become a nature of mind. So before I give you right, we use the crime that can whatever affected negative emotion. We cannot use proper logic. They don't have supporting logic. So in compassion and though they have a supporting logic. Through logic they can do practice and they can become. Normally they say like that.
Well, I understand that you would never want to meditate on hate because that would be completely stupid to do because you cause yourself and others suffering. So
Yeah.
I totally understand that the logic supports to meditate and practice love and compassion because then you and other sentient beings will be happy and free of suffering. However, I guess just from a basic level, what you're saying is even if somebody meditated on hate, that could not become the nature of the mind. I mean, if that's what you're saying, I think we have to accept it.
I think that's true, but like to get to the point where you're using your subtle mind all the time, couldn't possibly, because we're just like me talking. This is my gross mind because it's mixed with maybe appearing to know what I'm talking about, something like that. No, seriously.
It's conceptual.
It's completely contrived, but the subtle mind, we sleep. When we're sleeping, we're using our subtle mind.
Yeah.
야
So everything would appear dreamlike.
샘참모 깨기 꼬갑다 망부지어레스 가지어레스라 이나 고삼 하장 타다는 거좀 문진 두고 말와 문진 두 간지 참모 샘참모 그냥 마 타르 왕보다 말해디 샘타르 누구 와르디 아주 참모 임베 차니 아주 문진 두고 말해 보다 이그 곰밤에 외쳐니지 그래 아니 냠는지 잠바생인지 냠는지나 니지 코나 샘타면 올래 게데 샘타면 코나 레웨 올래 수 그리아여스 랩거와
So
샘타모 파타르선도도 루마생 차고 와데 다 냠len 집에 스톱기 그 레웨 올래 귤투 거레스 거래
in
개발돼요
in our daily life, we have many how to
have
say
to give these 샘타모
many kinds of many period actually the mind subtle level of mind arise manifest in
니
you,
두볼로베 값
but you cannot understand
니람 그값
that kind. Just like being because of it's too subtle, you are difficult to understand the mind itself, and so through the practitioner of through difficult to recognize you. So through the practitioner, they how to say, when they practice, then they are ability to be recognized the subtle level of mind zone. So just like when we are yelling, okay.
야링
So this kind of one moment they are talking, and also this when you are in a very deep sleep. Yeah, this is one talking about. This kind of level they are talking about. They
니람 그값 얀
yeah,
야
yarning. What? Yelling, yarning,
깨잠마레
yarning,
얀
sneezing. No, yarn.
Yeah.
Sneezing, yarning. Okay, sorry.
you do that
This is called yarning.
yeah
No. Sneezing.
then sneezing them
Yore.
yarn them sneezing them
Sneezing.
deep sleep dream them
Kata, yarning.
also sexual them
So relations they're talking about this
Yeah.
kind of
this
y-
then
yarning. Yelling,
uh,
yarning.
passing them
Ah. Yawn, yelling, yarn. Okay.
가르쳤어요
Sikdinga tudu. Yelling, yarn.
So, Misha, I guess I have one question that arises from what he said. I've never seen this written anywhere, but one thing that is written everywhere is all the Buddhas are the same. All the Buddhas are the same. All the Buddhas are the same. It says that in a lot of places. But is individuality retained? Meaning, is Shakyamuni Buddha different than Tara? If there's individuality retained, to what degree? Because that would be the necessity for an individual ego, right?
가르쳤어요
So
No, Dharmakaya is everyone's Dharmakaya is the same. So fundamentally, there's unity. It's
가르쳤어요
you can ask the Geshe-la.
가르쳤어요
Theora. Tandang adu, yes, you're talking about the Buddha, right?
중이고는 뭐지래 그런데 열매래 중이고네
Chidang lagor.
지단에다 가가인 지 지라 보다요 지라 못다요
So if you talk about the in general, it's different. If you talk about the ultimate, they're same. Ultimate same in ultimate nature of the Buddha or nature of Tara is yeah.
지금 원래
If you talk about the general body itself is different.
결혼 남카로 와 샤르초기 남카도 로초기 남카라 남크 모임발 라 카레 소지레스
So like sky or the east or north, right? East or west, right? So they both are in a nature of what?
초기
Sky,
전에
right?
가가래 와
So is that different?
남카 임비천이
No, that's
뭐지로
like that.
only in location. So the same thing. There is some individuality that's retained, even
Yeah. Some individual is there. Okay.
because
Right.
of the five skandhas. Even though they're purified, they're his five skandhas versus her five skandhas versus their five skandhas.
So you cannot say they are same, but you can say that they are no different in the qualities and so on.
Like having two ink pens,
Yeah.
they're exactly
exactly same.
pen, but one's on the right hand, the other one's on the left hand.
So like you cannot say they are one, right?
Yeah.
They are similar, same.
So then when the consciousness is dissolving during death, these gross parts are no longer necessary and impossible to exist in subtle and very subtle.
What?
Gross consciousness cannot exist in
Yeah.
subtle and so then only negative emotions are in gross consciousness.
So grosser, this kind of emotion, and they are so mostly dealing with your sense sphere. Imprints, you if to arise imprint you need condition, right? Lots of condition. So if you have anger, you have imprint of example I will give imprint. Yeah, imprint there in subtle level, subtle mind, but it cannot have anger. Do you know why? We need a condition, just like if I have anger for you, so in the previous I put imprint. So to arise that I need to see all you, right? Then I need an object, right? To see that object I need a sense sphere, right? Sense consciousness, eye consciousness, right? Then this condition again coming, right? So we need to arise this kind of negative emotion, mostly dealings with the sense sphere. They need a condition, lots of condition. So in a level of subtle level of consciousness, they are difficult to get because we are not using the sense consciousness.
Then
But we dream with the subtle mind,
Yeah,
and we have fear and attachment in our dreams.
yeah, that's right.
So yeah,
So this during the dream time, right? You're just like you cannot say you are using your imaginations or whatever. It's not true actually. Whatever the object you are dreaming is, you are still using dreaming time. You are still using your
gross
consciousness
consciousness.
also.
but you dream.
मिलाम गर्छु दाम गर्दा वाङसे
आइ।
गर्दा वाङसे
가르세.
वाङसे ठाउ देदो मिलाम गर्छु
대
वाङसे ठाउ बेजु दांगिरो
You still have emotion in dreams.
왕시대 자와 지기가 말이 니람 급도다. 왕시기 자와 미제다 가르잖아. 왕시라 땐충우시가 그래. 니람 그 니로베 갑죠 왕시달라 땐충우다 그래. 땐충받자마자 땡기 자와도 지기가 말이.
पेना तेना युल थोंगला वाङबो सेवा गरवा राखबाते
रे.
वदि लाव त मिलाम गर्छु थोंगरा वदि लाव
밀람 것도 통과하래. 밀람 것도 왕부 대 단대 가지고 왕부들 해요 말이. 왕부란 참여래.
वाङबो ठाउ देले लाव
오.
so
위를 참여도 와.
so actually during the time of sleep, right, you are also, if you go through the eye sense sphere, subtle and grosser, so it's using the subtle level of consciousness.
Can you commit negative karma in a dream, and is that accumulated? Because you're using the subtle mind.
So you can, now the thing is mostly this kind of mostly you dealings with the how to say, when you wake up Muslim, if you have how to say
문제라베 솔다 바당. 아니 텔레 지수 이란제 바당. 텐디치기나 레 니람 갑레 민샤교데 레 톱춤부 차고 와래.
so kind of the kind of any kind of you create in a dream. In you actually you are in a dream state, right? When you wake up you feel very happy, just like if you're killing your enemy, you see a dreams. Then when I wake up you feel very happy, and during that time you will create a karmic actions again.
더모도
Yeah, the dealing is most depend on your waking time. So you will have doing some actions, but it will become powerful or not. It's depend on the when your thought actual mind is arise. So like in the, yeah, when you wake up, your subtle mind is yeah. You think you feel when you feel just like, oh, now I've satisfied. This dealings with you because of your dream, right? Then you create a karma, right? Negative emotions and so on.
So is the gross consciousness observing the dream, or is the subtle consciousness observing the dream? I ask this because I've had a few times where I actually wake up laughing, but I'm not laughing in the dream. The dream's funny, but I wake up and I'm laughing about the dream, and I wasn't laughing in the dream.
So it's gross subtle level of consciousness always appearing that
Because the inner winds are drawn into the central nerve, and that can only
when you use so they're talking when you in a dream, you only use the subtle level of consciousness. We are not able to use the grosser level because all the sense sphere, grosser level of sense are closed.
So why am I waking up laughing, but I'm not laughing in the dream? What's happening?
So the thing I told you, right? When you wake up, the thing is you remembering. Yeah, you're remembering. Then you wake
그
up. It's like
윤지래도.
the continuation of mind, right? Same continuum, right?
그 타락이 껴버리잖아. 윤지래도.
Actually, the continuum of mind is one continuum, right? So when you, the one is grosser, one is subtle. When you wake up, you feel laughing because of you see dreams in the
Kind of a memory.
yeah kind of yeah kind of doubt.
또 그,
Sorry, guys.
야, no problem.
What about lucid dreaming? When you're dreaming, and I frequently do this, will direct my dream in another direction, but I'm still dreaming. Is that all subtle mind, or is that?
When you wake up,
No, I don't lucid dream.
니람은 니람 땅에 돼. 니람은 니람 땅에 돼 야가 찍어 그래. 간지 딜라 니람기 어설지기 장바지는 니람 어설지기 탑람이 그래.
so just like you are dreaming in dreaming, right?
Right, I'm dreaming, and my dream is maybe going in one direction, but I'm able to direct it in another way.
She knows she's dreaming, right? That's the point.
니람
that's
니람
still-
문진 두비야 돼.
That's actually both a dream, right? In a dream state, in a subtle level. You have one advantage is if you realize dreaming, right? You are whatever your first consciousness and second consciousness. If you realize the second consciousness is what you are dreaming is, you realize this is dream, then you have ability to understand the subtle level of mind. If you practice, many of them do practice through that one. They
니기 어설지야. 장바지는 니기 어설 교파진 두 그랬어 그래.
they recognize the subtle level of dream consciousness. It's so like we are talking about the tantric practitioner, right? So they're talking about mostly you can see the conjoined, right? Father mother conjoined. Because of that, on the time of the subtle level clear line mind arise on the time of conjoined dreaming and so on. So you have one kind of just like if you realize one mind is dreaming, right? Then you have ability to know the subtle level of mind. Yeah, if you do practice, right, you can understand the subtle level. So one thing is one benefit is just like right now we are doing practice any kind of what a compassion, whatever. We are mostly dealing with the grosser level of mind, not with the subtle level. So we in the future, next life, if you dead next life, you forget everything because your grosser level consciousness dissolve, right? It's gone. So if you do with the subtle level, so it will take continuum. Yeah. That's the point. We forget our memory. Mostly dealing with the grosser level of consciousness.
단다 낭비 냠렘바 가시 신이 바기 땅보 지용도가 치와라바 두디가라 뱃때가 좀벤 당 냠거래 아니 디니 냠냠도 코이 바기 셈 참모데 라니베 단다 단데 개와치 시작가 잠바데 인식 곰바에 껴도 애니베 송일 따와라 곰바에 껴도 셈 참행 올라 빼빼 냠버자지도가라 에 합사지조 니조 숨조 된데 두담 주세지기도 와 왔다 셈 참모라 이 냠버자샤데
So just like we normally we say, right, how does medically they say they are dead, right? So, but if you go through the Buddhist practice, we say he's not dead, he's still in the meditation, right? So just like during the time of death processing, we say Shiva Shisem. When you say the death consciousness arise, whatever, just like consciousness. So that consciousness is the subtle level of consciousness. So just like they have kind of practice emptiness or what a compassion for long times, right? So when they going to death, right, that the subtle level of consciousness arise, then they ability to practice. So they do practice of emptiness or whatever in the subtle level of consciousness. So they are still alive. So just like in the beginning when he gets sick or whatever, his what body actually lose the how to say shining or whatever in complexion. And as again in this sometime it's happen in just like in your pass away death, then you have become more how to say
장대랑 잘립거
more how to say complexion.
Complexion.
Yeah, more become more
란잘래거
strength
되니
of-
다 계산지랑 고마 연투된 대시 쪽에 하다지지 두담 주도 단도 다대 하고 맞선데 계산 가로지 버도 준도 슬락도
So some still happening. So there's one Komang monk gets to the
그시 두던 대시
yeah, because of the subtle level of consciousness. Yeah, 1 week.
아 윤진이 뭐지 협질링이 뭐지 눈숨주로 와
So just like the tutor, the the tutor of Dalai Lama, Ling Rinpoche, the previous one, not the. He also stayed for mostly about 3 weeks in the meditation state.
따뜻해서 따뜻 12균지 텔레 맞게인지라 딘 델세게 코나 요마르다
So just like if you don't process or if you don't believe in the continuum of consciousness, so it's very difficult to explain.
In Mongol, it seemed before I went to Mongol, there were, my idea of Tukam, the mind of clear light meditation during death, I thought was strictly monks and yogis. But apparently, there's everyday lay people are doing Tukam. Some people are doing Tukam.
Of course, of ability wise.
드세 고수 개발로 콤바 예면 막 답이 좀바 예면 그저 말해지
So that the clear light meditation is not dealing with the vows, it's dealing with the practice.
제가
even if you can do it.
I only wanted to bring that up because for me, experiencing that was encouraging.
그래서 제가
Yeah.
준주나라 샤당 랑부트즈라 아니베 딘다웨 셈기 랑신디 요레 상게 리디 요르제다 셈딱 셈기 균 랑신 오살바텔레 문진치 거레스
So in normally Buddhist other way of life and other texts, normally we say that even the ants, small kinds of animals or insects, whatever jumps and so,
상게 리 요레
they have ability to enlightenment. Because of that, we talk about the subtle level of clear light consciousness is there. They have. So we say the Buddha nature.
제상 아주 셈기 랑신디 오살바 임비 규정기 셈기 랑신디 균지 임비 규정기 딱 아주 배수제는 상게 요레스 라비아데트리
And also because of just like we talk about the one continuum of consciousness, and the one condition is like clear light. Mine is clear light, and also the clear, you means whatever. Mine is clear, and also the one continuum.
So is clear light mind the basis for all sentient beings?
Yeah. That's what you are.
다 뉴몽데 루브르가 임바 유zen지 아주 로친지로기 잔진센데 로친지로레 콜레 겟된 체마요 말에 다음에 또 비세랍라 겟된 체마요레
So kind of negative emotions or afflicted emotion or defilement, whatever they use. So kind of this anger and so on mostly arise from the wrong consciousness, like self-grasping, self-centered attitudes and so on. So we say they don't have, I told you, that supporting logic, right? They don't have, if you use logic, you cannot find a proper logic. So if for the kind of like emptiness and so on, then they have proper logic, supporting logics.
군견장 접수라 강라 겟된 체마요 띠니젠라 내지그루스
So it Kungi Janship is
버진 갑당 베타잖아요
in the first chapter of Pranjaparamita. Pranjaparamita. Yeah, perfection wisdom. The first chapter of perfection wisdom, he talk about just like whoever have valid supporting valid reason. Kangla harsa?
강라 겟된 체마요
Nani?
띠니젠라 내지그루
So okay.
로친지로테서 누그리 라브레
Tela shenla no chiki.
젠라 노지크
Uh,
데니 젠라 노지크
So, kind of whatever who have supporting logics, proper logic, a good logic, not a bad logic. Everything has bad logic. A good logic, proper reason logic. So, they are ability to eliminate the wrong views.
와다 데르도 와다 살진이 바시디가 와다 디 인지미지 고고에서 빼 미스베 케 전부도 왔어
So,
다다 리발로 칭이르도 와 유리바데 다 리바데 칭이르 다 저버저 게증인지 유리바데 손자를 칭이르서 저예요래 유리바
so
리바데 유리바리 비칭이라브래 리바니 칭이 인데겐 손자 인데겐지 자고래
you'll
근데
repa.
유리바데 리비칭이라브래 디디 디
Alale. Okay.
니네요래
Kallesan.
아 그룹지기 그룹제를 결정했어
Karana.
아
Dedi.
디디 이기문슬나
Kiribjir.
그룹지기
So,
디디 이기문슬나요래
Now there's a so normally we say what?
결혼서 저번에 대줘예요래
So in the definition of awareness we give a knower, right? So now we are also in some text they say that knower of the object is definition of the knower. Rigpa. You got it? Knower of the object. Knower of the object. Any kind of object, right? Yul object is a definition of knower. So now we become knower as a definition, and knower is also become a definendum. You got so this kind of just like conflict in the text. At there's a lot of written text and so on. So this definition given in the text of by Kidubje.
그룹제다 이름부지게 로마지레스
One of the disciples of one of the son disciple of man disciple of Jerimuje. In his text they do
디디 이기문슬
Iki means so one text they talk about the knower of the object is the definition of knower. So a little bit confused, right?
야
So we have
So
just like this kind of definition. Then we one way we debate in this way. Like different people gave different definition and so on. So the thing is, we say whether the knower is
Yeah.
definition or definendum. Right. So we say definition and definendum are contradiction. They are contradiction. Means that this self is contradiction. But whatever, if awareness is knower, it necessarily be each other. But itself is whatever this definendum, it should not be a definition. Whatever it is definition, it should not be a definendum. Just like that. So the thing is, there are contradictions to each other, definition and definendum. So the debate come. The knower is definition or definendum. So we
어두두 시어레스와
whatever.
이때는 따때라 징이라 징이기 징이여래 순치 징이여래 어때 좀 마시네 양 저버저엘 또서 강할 테그레스
So also this have definition have what to say? First we go to the definendum. Also have a definition, and definition also have a definition. Definendum definition and definitions definition.
고통이야여레스 대결한다
What do you say?
덴디지메나
Buddhism has so many lists and lists.
덴디지메나 남베리람데 레라버지 요마레스
So it's if it's easy to understand, then it's no use to debate. So it's difficult. So that's why.
디기다 로접게 줄고
then
타고
we have to
가라
realize.
디기다 로접게 줄고 니슈버들 타고 가레스
So the Buddhist over here in the Buddhist psychology or whatever. So we have to look study for 16 to 20 years and so on. So that's why
와다
person.
벌써 야
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Is that what? Well, I don't know. They were saying that the fly.
Yeah. Fly.
As far as I can
You mean butterfly?
no, like a house fly.
Yeah, of course.
뭐
They
띵-
also have ability.
뒤처럼
They also have
신디대와
ability to become
네,
enlightened.
신디대와 이체에는 신디대와 문 기타브나 랍샤두스 ngani labmes
So Geshe-la say, if you believe in Shantideva, guide to the Buddhist way of life, then Shantideva says in his book. Yeah, all sentient beings have ability to, just like we say that.
They don't have to deal with all this logic. They don't.
Yeah, they don't have to waste their time with it.
We just have to worry about potato salad.
Have to
They have eons.
virtuous.
Yeah. Well, we all everything is.
된두아스다 다 솔저쳤어
So now have tea break. Have a tea.
Just for this definendum, which is a word I never heard of. Looked it up here. It's just a noun. You know, so you have a definition of something. So the definendum is what we would call a noun.
What's being defined in the
What
definition
is
of
being
it?
defined?
생이는 제 추숨 상와 저희 그 추숨 저리가래 질 생이 말한 그 생시동 들어봐
네, 그거 보기를.
아랑 생이 들려좀 주쟁 미제 받을대
Nye-
다이
nye
추숨
list
상와 중 제의 추숨
Nye list
상와
samaya dan ki me ke kuch.
어떤 지 열었을라다 디슬로라다
Ragumar loan.
아이
The Quran to sonjala the divinendum no.
예
Divinendum thik like kunto beje dangmi da namgi.
알레
Odi khare me go sumeda odi lawta. Kondo odi ke shidi.
Guidebooks around would probably, or philosophy guidebooks would be probably a good thing.
네컵 갈래어다 주고 지 텔레 잉질랩나 기부여레스
So right now many of words might be, if you example like divinendum, might be some people never hear what is that. So many of what you are creating, imputing, right? Then later you know you are how to say, you are imputed outside. Right now you are making imprint. So it's difficult to understand from the beginning. But later if you see the words, then you will know what is divinendum. So yeah, like us, when I went to school, then I had joined for monastery and studied Sonja singing. What is meant by that? Difficult for me, of course. We don't know what is meant by Sonja, what is meant by singing. In school, we never teach that. Then and when you go for the debate, kya, chishir, yeah, we know the meaning, what it means by chishir. Then we don't know what it means by kyaba. So when you learning, imputing more and more words, then you will understand what is meant by that. That's good.
저동 가서 지금 박이 나진지 랍고 말아 섭지 마다
I'm still perplexed by the insect thing.
다 솔저쳤어 대양 뒤쳐서 차
Maybe I should just come back as a housefly.
Yeah.
가만 가서 두까 가망아 주마대 작으면다